Hello, this screencast is about how discussions work, to give you a little more insight into how to set them up, how to order them, and how to make them more convenient for yourself. From the main page of any course, if I go to Discussions, I'm given the forum and topics list. From in here, one of the first things you have to notice is the setup of discussions. The gray would be considered a parent forum, and the white underneath would be considered a topic or a child forum. By scrolling down, I can see that for a variety of parent forums, such as subject threads, there are a number of topics underneath. The forum topic setup allows you to understand that if you create a forum, you can then create subtopics underneath it, allowing you to give a diversity for discussions. By clicking on New Forum or New Topic, I'm able to create a new discussion for the course. From here, you can create groups or forums for individuals. You can create private discussions for students that would just be between you and the student, group discussions, and so forth. To do so, you simply title it and click Save, and a new forum has been created. What you'll use more often is the new topic. By selecting a new topic, I'm able to choose the forum that already exists to add whatever title I put for a new topic. It then will appear under that forum. Another interesting and helpful aspect is copying. If you've created a set of groups and you want to copy them to a new forum, you can select Copy, and then you can copy a topic or a whole forum to a new spot in the course. If you don't like the order the discussions appear for you in the forums and topics list, you can reorder them. By selecting Reorder, I can look under the gray major forum sections and I can reorder those, and you can see that they have the subtopics numbered underneath them, so that if I were to look at a larger set of topics such as those under the subject thread, I can see that there are over 20, and I've ordered them so that each of the psychology 7, 8, 9 appear together, and so forth. Next to each forum or topic in the forums and topics list are a couple of icons. I can add a quick topic next to each forum with the green and yellow bubble. I can edit the actual forum to hide it or restrict it, or to change the title, which I'll show you in a moment. But I also have a statistics button, and I'm about to tell on our teachers. For the Teachers Lounge, if I click on statistics for the Teachers Lounge or any of the topics, I'm able to see a breakdown of total messages, 2,000 messages in the whole PLC, in this forum 447, and in this particular topic 124. Those are just numbers until you look down and take a look at authored, read, and unapproved. Unapproved is something that a moderator can do for individual postings, which you most likely won't do. The big idea here is that you can see who's reading what in a forum and who's posting or maybe needs some more help or has more questions. And so the read and authored is really important for your students, particularly in a help forum. If I were to go back to the list and look at something a little bit more drastic, such as subject threads, and I were to look at the statistics for this, I could see that for any number of postings, there are a great number of read and authored. Now, different subjects have different numbers in them, meaning that the breakdown will be different. That shows you the basics of a forum and topic list. Now, you also can get a better breakdown or a simpler list view by clicking any of the discussions. Doing so will give you a side discussion list bar that you can maximize and minimize to look at things. What I want to show you from here is the actual forum and some of the tools available here. Compose is obvious. This is how you post new messages. Refresh will refresh to make sure that you have no unread messages that have appeared since you've been in. Mark all as read. Once you click this, there's no going back. So only do it if you're sure that there's content that you don't need to read. In your courses, with you being the discussion facilitator, this is not something that you should use often. There is a search option within forums right here. And if I show search options, I can show you a little bit more about looking through your forums. You can search by subject, in the subject or in the message of the body for keywords. You can search by a name or last name, first or last, for your students. If you have flagged particular messages, you can search just by flagged, and you can do a message date. If you know that the student has done it in the last week and you want to check on it, you can set the date parameters so that you know. You also have the option of looking at whether it is a read or unread message. The search option helps when a student needs your feedback and you don't remember where they've posted it. So don't be afraid to use that. Another important feature is the idea of subscribing to topics and then being able to manage your subscriptions. Now, what I'll show you is in this forum, I do not have the yellow star next to anybody. Now, I can take any topic I want and I can choose to subscribe to it. If a student makes a particularly interesting post and I click on that button, I can then keep track of any additions by getting emails to my smartphone or just my email accounts, depending on how you set your email up and which one you're using. I can also flag topics for things that I might want to revisit. I use the flags when I'm going through a bunch of posts to summarize where the students have headed in their discussion, so that I know that I've found 2 or 3 really good points that I can then go back and bring together. Subscriptions can be done holistically across the entire forum, and I'll do that by showing you I haven't subscribed to the Teachers Lounge forum, but if I go to the Help forum, you'll see something different. You can see that I now have actually subscribed to every one of these, and I get an email notifying me when they are submitted. I've also flagged something because I needed to know it clearly. With your subscriptions, you can then unsubscribe, but you also can manage your subscriptions by clicking on subscriptions. Once I've clicked on subscriptions, I have displayed that I am subscribed to the Help forum. I can unsubscribe from here, and I can decide if I want all of the things that day at one time, where I get all messages at one time to review, or I can set it to immediately, meaning that anytime somebody posts in the Help forum, I get an instant notification. This is personal preference, and it depends on how valuable you think a particular set of forum topics are. If it's a Help forum, if you know that an IA is due in the next 2 days, and there's an IA forum, you may want to subscribe and have it be immediately so that you can help students submit their work on time. So those are the basics of the discussion lists. There were also settings, but the settings are really complex and there's no real need for you to go into them. The only thing of value within the settings that I would like to highlight is the fact that you have on the right side a view. And the view allows you to look at things in a threaded, unthreaded. You can simply look at all messages, which is the default, or you can look at only unread messages that come up. Or if you know you've flagged a variety of messages over time, you can look at just those. This, along with the search option, will allow you to refine your discussion forums and facilitate them in a more efficient manner. These basics will help you understand the discussions a little bit more. You should feel free to create new forums and topics to supplement the discussions that are happening. Remember though, students will have trouble engaging in a variety of discussions in a meaningful way and will be more likely to learn from a focused few. Adding them just for the sake of conversation is not recommended. However, you do have the freedom as the instructor of the course to add forums and topics as you see fit in order to help the students learn. If you do come up with a fantastic idea for a topic or forum that helps your students learn through a certain subject or over time, please by all means share that with the rest of the members of your group for your subject within the professional learning community discussions. Thank you.